Thurman and Garcia are easy fights for Manny Pacquiao, says Freddie Roach, trainer of Manny Pacquiao. Let me read his statements regarding this. Not the greatest fight. Freddie Roach statement. Not the greatest fight I ever saw, but I mean it was a little bit competitive. I thought Thurman won the early rounds and then gave some of the late rounds to Garcia, and it made it a pretty close fight. But overall, I thought Thurman did win the fight. And it looks like maybe two feature opponents for Manny Pacquiao. While Thurman is a bigger boxer, at first he started out as a puncher and he went to more of his boxing technique. And Manny is much faster and much better boxer than he is. I think it's an easy fight. I always said that from day one. Ever since he beat American. He's talking about Danny Garcia now. Manny will outbox him. He will pitch a shutout. Roach said, okay, that's the end of his statements. Freddie Roach seems to think Pacquiao will beat both Thurman and Danny Garcia. Well, during the time when Pacquiao was knocking people out, I would have agreed with him. But I don't think so currently. It's definitely a fallacy. There's no way Manny Pacquiao is going to beat Thurman or Danny Garcia. They're just too much for him at this point in time. Currently, Manny Pacquiao is fighting in a really awkward way. You couldn't knock out Jesse Vargas, and a B-level fighter or a C+ fighter at best. You couldn't knock Jesse Vargas out, and yeah, you think you can beat Thurman and Danny Garcia. I think both of those fighters will have a pretty good chance of knocking Manny Pacquiao out, because he seems to be fighting scared of late. He's not willing to trade punches anymore. All he does is stays on the outside, throws combinations, and goes back. He's not willing to engage. Looking like he's scared of getting knocked out. Thurman and Garcia will actually knock Manny Pacquiao out, because he's not who he was. He's aged, and at this moment he doesn't possess the punching power anymore. He's not knocking people out like he used to. So he's relying on his boxing skills to win matches now. And Garcia and Thurman are young lions who have incredible power in their punches. They actually have knockout power in their punches. To face these young lions, considering how old you are and how long you've been in the game, the wear and tear on your body, there's no way you're going to survive against them. No way. I'd be really surprised if Manny Pacquiao is able to pull off a victory against either Thurman or Garcia. I'll be extremely surprised. Both of them are likely to get knocked out against Pacquiao, considering the way Pacquiao is approaching fights lately. He was a great boxer in his day, and I think during his heydays he would have beaten both these fighters. There would have been no match for him. But as it stands now, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Freddie Roach is trying to hype up his fighter. I'm sure he knows in his heart of hearts what he's saying is not true. But he needs to pump Manny Pacquiao. I'm sure Manny Pacquiao thinks differently. He would never think of fighting any of these fighters. I think he had a chance to fight. Thurman actually was willing to fight him some time back, and he wasn't willing to take up the fight. I think so. Something like that happened in the past, and he wasn't willing to take the fight. But I actually think Danny Garcia should try and go after Manny Pacquiao's title. He should try and get into position to fight for that title, because he beats at this point. I think he beats Pacquiao easily. That's a victory that he can pull off easily. He's gonna beat Manny Pacquiao. Actually, you could possibly get a knockout against him. That's really a good how would I call it? That's a good direction he could take for his career. A good way of getting a belt after losing his title against Thurman. But that's for the future. Hopefully, things falls into place for Danny Garcia, and he gets himself another title and becomes a champion again. Because I think is a really good boxer. In fight against Thurman, I was rooting for Thurman, but I realized Danny Garcia is a really strong fighter. I really underestimated him. If only he'll be more willing to engage. He's too laid back in his fights. If he could add that element of fearlessness, considering he has a solid chin and a thunderous punch, you can really make headway in the welterweight division. So those are my thoughts on Freddie Roach's statements on Thurman and Garcia. Thanks for listening. If you like the commentary, subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. I make commentaries like this every other day. Catch you in the next video. Bye for now.